Now, a great way and the standard way of learning how to track in your own time is by constructing what's called a tracking box.
那当然啦，有一种在美式的教学里面会有一个大概叫搜索箱的东西，它其实很简单，就是一个纸箱哦。
Yeah, and all it is we mark out a square or whatever shape you want, and we basically just spread out a whole lot of soft sand. Okay, so it's just dry sand.
OK， 那当然就是很简单，我把它画了一个区域，然后我就是铺上了那个沙子。
Yeah, I couldn't do that here. I searched high and low. I couldn't find any sand anywhere. It's just wet clay.
它绕了一圈呢，我没有发现有任何的沙子存在，所以这没有办法哦。
But you'll get the idea, yeah. The idea behind a tracking box, which is the sand, is we can walk through or move through the box, observe what are referred to as pressure releases.
那这是一个很基本的一个基本功哦，就是我会布置好之后，会让人员走过去的时候，看它的产生的形状是怎么样，
Yeah.
或者是它跑过去的时候，它产生的形状又是怎么样。
Yeah. And then with a broom, you can just sweep it to obliterate, and you can do it over and over and over and over
当
and
然，
over.
所有的箱很简单，到时候你要在训练的时候，你要重复训练，就是一直重复，一直重复，一直重复。
Yeah. The study of pressure releases in a tracking box, or in this case with some clay, if you do enough of it and walk through and move through in different ways, it's how we start to build up our ability to identify what a pressure release looks like and what it means in real life.
那当然呢，对于不同重量的人哦，他所施加对土地施加的压力也不一样。你带了不同的装备的时候，你对主机所施加的压力也不一样。
Yeah. We can see that there are a couple of prints here. They're from yesterday, so they've been there
当然
since yesterday.
我们可以看到昨天有一些人留下来，主机就是在这边看绳索架设的部分。
But hopefully I can get enough of a print here and still damp enough to explain what this is all about.
那
Okay,
为什么
so
要这样用呢？等一下示范给大家看。
yeah, so sort of over. Yeah, okay, perfect. All right. So we've got one there, and one there. And when we identify the tread pattern, it looks like that. So we know it's me, yeah? Okay. As if there was any doubt. All right. When we confirm that prints like this are in fact the person we're after, what we can do early on is use our stick, and this can be a trekking pole. You know, just a stick that you pick up, some bamboo is perfect. Doesn't matter, whatever.
你有登山杖，你也可以用登山杖。你没有东西，你就找一个可以测量距离的东西。
Yeah, and you can either notch it with a knife like that, or the easy way is just with some rubber bands.
然后
It's
这很
much,
简
much
单，你可以
easier.
拿刀子，然后去割一个你要的长度，然后割的时候记得是这样子割。
What we're going to, I guess, encode into the stick is some details about the person that we're following, and then we'll have that information literally on our stick marked out with rubber bands. Okay, yeah.
所以一样，它就是在上面会要绑的那个橡皮筋的原因，是因为它要测量一些东西，它的长度是多少，就可以量得出来。
Excellent. The very first thing that I'm going to interpret here, and I'll just get a stick. I just want to scratch it and mark. Perfect. I'm going to mark from that's the back of the heel just there.
那应该可以看得清楚，它这个是应该是根部的部分。
And that's the back of the heel just there. All right. The first thing I'm going to mark out on my stick here is the stride length
OK， 那就
of the
是
person.
对，大概是先测试一下它根部跟根部的距离。
All right, and it's just as simple as doing this. So that's the back, that's the front. Okay. So there we go. From red to red there, that's an indication of my stride length
OK，
from heel to heel.
那当然了，你的足跟跟足跟的距离，我们用红色的橡皮筋就可以测量出来。
Yep. Bear in mind that if I was walking through and the terrain got steep, that stride length will change. If I put on a bag, it'll change. If I was running, whatever. But it gives us a rough indication of basically what my typical stride is.
它给你
Okay.
一些资讯哈，就是当然你穿了不同的装备的时候，不同荷重的时候，你的步伐会不一样。OK， 那你就可以先看一下它的足跟跟足跟的距离是多少。
Excellent. What we do then, to give us some more information here, is mark out. So that's the toe of my boot there. That one.
应该是可以很清楚的看到有尖的部分。
That's the toe just there. So if I take a center there, what we can mark is literally the lateral distance there, which is called the straddle. Okay.
What is straddle?
It's so when we it's based on this.
Yeah.
When we walk along,
Yeah.
we don't walk like that.
Yeah.
Okay. No one walks like that. We walk like this. Yeah. So it's the lateral distance.
OK.
Between your
角
feet.
度啦，这角度，
Yeah.
角度一样。
It's easier to do it from toe to toe because it's kind of bigger.
Yeah.
The distance from heel
我
to
没有
heel
人
is only
并着
about
脚
that
尖走
far.
路
So.
的啦，一定是这样走嘛，所以你就可以看得到你的脚步的步伐，你的开度大概是多少。
Yeah. So I can use my green one here. This is my straddle measure. So I'll use the same start point there. So there we go. So that one to that one there is the lateral straddle.
OK。
Those two there are the stride.
开度是多少？
Okay. And then the last one we can work out or mark in here. If we took a dividing line up the center, so right up the center like that, and then took an axis along the boot like that. Yeah, you see how we generate this angle?
哦耶，这样就很简单了。我从中线的位置再找到角度，就可以很清楚的找到角度。
Yeah, because again, when we walk, we don't walk like this, do we?
不可能
Like that. We walk with our toes pointing
一定
out,
是要
basically.
稳步，尤其是爬山的时候更不可能这样走。
Exactly. And basically what we can do, from either the heel or the toe, whatever you want to do, we use our third one there, and we can just mark, I guess, that angle, or what it's called the pitch. Okay, so the pitch or the outwards facing angle of the foot. Yeah.
角度大概多少？角度大概多少？当然这个足跟跟头的距离，这个一定会先量嘛，然后已经量根部跟根部的距离，然后角度大概多少，还有头跟头的距离。我就量完之后，这些东西都必须要做成记录。如果你确定这个是它最后的点出来，然后在那个区块中，你又发现了就是确定有可能是它的足迹的时候，这个足迹要被记录下来。这足迹一定要被记录下来。
Excellent. Yeah. So what I've basically got now, I've got a range of different information about the person I'm following encoded on my stick, just with rubber bands.
很简单
Really
啊，那
simple,
你已
isn't
经
it?
把所有的资料都记录在上面了。
Yep. The whole idea being now that if I'm following a track, and let's just say that so I'm following here, and I look down, I go, okay, there's one there. So I've got some mud. That's called transfer. So mud from the boot has been
好，
transferred.
第二个
Yeah?
观念不管在所有单位军方来讲，他们都会很重视这个观念。不同介质间的物质传递，我从泥土上面，然后我今天移到了石头，这时候我有什么东西？我把泥土带到石头上面吧。
Yeah.
所以都必须就是会，你在搜索的过程中，你看了一下，好像石头上面这边中只有一个石头上面有沾到泥土，或者怎么样，你就可以，它可能有踩到石头。
Excellent. So if that's my point that I'm looking for the next sign. The idea behind this is that basically I can use it to fan out, and realistically the next print should be somewhere in the
那很简单
vicinity
啊，
of this.
我就
shouldn't
是
it?
用一个圆形的方式嘛，我已经有它的足部跟这个大概它的一个步伐大概多宽的距离，我就直接摆上去之后转上去，你就可以知道它大概会第二个可能出现的足迹是在哪里。
Let's just say you know, there's to give you an example. So I'm not sure which way they've gone. I don't know whether they went that way, they went that way. I'm not sure. But I'm sort of fanning out and I'm looking. There's nothing there, and I might go, okay, that one there. That makes sense. There's nothing over there, so potentially that's my next one. So I'll move to my next one like so, and then I'll continue to do that sort of thing there.
如果你在第二个站找到那个方向之后，你往前走，就是那个点，然后你再继续跟着重复的步骤。
Yeah. If I say I'm moving through the terrain here, tracking, you know, I find a scuff mark, some top sign there, and I go, okay, there's one there, very good. I look down, there's one. I go, okay, there's one there. Come down, and I come across a trail with boot prints.
OK，
and I think.
那刚刚威廉有示范一个东西，他如果跟着足迹，然后这时候看着足迹，然后他在树上留下来了，有可能衣服被勾到，或者是什么留下来，或者是有人会拿刀子在树木上面做是新鲜的，记住它是新的记号，那就有可能是失踪人留下来的东西。Yep.
Excellent, yeah. And I'm looking at them going, okay, so is that the person I'm looking for, or is that one of the 200 search people who are out here, or is it some hiker or whatever? Well, I guess I can interpret this. I go, okay, so it's the right tread pattern, but does it fit my data?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, and I can start to use that to
你看到
check
很
that it's who
多
I'm
很多
after.
那个足迹的时候，你会想说，这到底是不是我的？所以你必须要把你刚刚得到的资讯，然后一样量一下，看是不是你
Yeah.
是要搜寻的人。
Exactly. So I'd analyse the stride. I go, stride checks out. Okay. I might well check the straddle. I go, that checks out, and I analyse the pitch. You know, it's a pretty good chance that's who I'm looking for.
那就很简单，你有这些东西之后，你就很简单可以马上就可以判别。
Excellent. I'll just pause there because I know there's a lot of info in this. Does anyone have any questions at the moment
那因为
necessarily?
一下子讲那么多东西，有没有人有任何的问题？
No?